Welcome back, guys. Now that we are done with the shop, we are going to add advertisements to our game. Okay? That will be cool. And it's actually pretty simple. So, the first thing we want to do is select Window, Package Manager, and select the advertisements package. Okay? So we are going to install it. If you don't see the install button, it's because you haven't downloaded it yet. So just hit download, then install. Okay, cool. When it's done, let's click on the view documentation hyperlink. Okay, like so. So we are going to select learn more under the monetize category, like so. And then we can select Unity Developer Integration Guides. Perfect. So we've just installed the Unity SDK right here. So we've opened the package manager and so on, selected advertisement. So now we want to continue and initialize the SDK in Unity. Okay, so here they tell us that the first thing that we need to do is to initialize the SDK. You must reference your project's game ID for the appropriate platform. You can locate the ID from the monetization dashboard by selecting project settings. Okay, so let's do that. We are going to close the package manager window and we are going to select our project settings window. If you can't see it, just select edit project settings. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger. Perfect. So we are going to select ads. Okay, so now you should see this panel. It's asking you to select an organization, so I'm going to do so. After you've selected the organization, create your project ID. Okay, perfect. So will this app be primarily targeted to children under age 13? No. Nope, no, not for this one. But if yours does, select yes. After that, you can save. Okay, perfect. Now we can turn on the ads. And after you've done that, it's updating right here and giving you your game IDs for both Android and iOS. After that, we can enable test mode because our game hasn't been published yet. Okay? Perfect. Let's go back to our documentation now. All right, so now we need to use the ads initializer to initialize our advertisements. So what we are going to do is copy all of this script like so. So Control C. Go back to Unity, create a new script in a folder. So scripts, I think I'm going to make a new folder for the ads like so. And I'm going to create a new script called ads initializer like so. Okay, cool. Let's open it. We can remove all of the data contained in this script and paste the data that we've copied from the documentation website. Perfect. Now I think we are done actually here. The only thing we need to do is in the onInitialization failed callback, we want to try and initialize the ads again. So here we are just going to call initialize ads. Just in case it fails, it's going to try again. Okay. After that, we also want to add the don't destroy on load right here for this game object, because if you remember well, after the level complete or the game over, we are reloading the scene. So we don't want to initialize the ads every time we reload the scene. That's kind of useless. So we are going to load this once and then it's never going to be destroyed until the player quits the game. Okay, that's really convenient. Okay, so okay, here are my ads. Okay, perfect. Now that our script is ready, we are going to create a new game object. Call it maybe Unity Ads Manager. Okay, let's reset the transform. And we can attach the ads initializer right here. Okay, so we are gonna leave the test mode checked. And we are gonna copy our IDs from the project settings window, select ads. Here is the Android ID, so let's copy it and paste it here. And we can also copy our iOS ID right here. Perfect. Now, if you hit play, you'll see that our Unity Ads Manager has been put under a Don't Destroy on Load scene. It's a new scene that doesn't get destroyed, even though we are reloading the scenes and again and again, you know? So yeah, that's perfect. Our ads are now initialized. So in the next session, we are gonna see how to show interstitial ads. Okay, let's do that. Okay guys, now that we've initialized the ads, we are going to add an interstitial ad. Okay, so same thing. Let's copy this script right here. Okay, so Control C, go back to Unity and create a new script that we are going to call interstitial ad. So interstitial ad, like so. Okay, perfect. Let's now attach it to our Unity Ads Manager and open it. Perfect. Let's paste the script that we've copied right here, like so. Okay, so what are we going to change here? So basically in the awake method, we are assigning the add unit ID. Then we have the load add method, but here you can see that we need to load the ad after initialization. Okay, so we need to take this into account. The initialization occurs in the ads initializer. So right here, when the initialization is complete, we need to load the interstitial ad. Okay, so let's do that. First, we are going to add a header. So let's call it maybe, yeah, elements, like as usual. Serialized field, private, interstitial add example, but no, I'm gonna rename it. So I'm gonna rename it interstitial add, not example, like so. Just saving. And let's call it, yeah, interstitial add. Then I'm gonna select it, copy it, and after the initialization complete, I'm gonna call interstitial add.load add. That way, an ad is loaded right after the initialization of the ads is complete. Perfect. What else? So here we have a method to show the ad. So we are gonna call this method from somewhere. So I guess it's gonna be whenever the player finishes the game, or after he presses next, or yeah, after he presses retry. Okay, so let's make this guy a singleton, I think. Yeah, let's make a singleton out of this guy, because we are going to have only one interstitial ad manager. Okay, so public static interstitial add instance, like so. Then we want to initialize the instance, like so. As usual, you're used to that now. Okay, cool. After that, what can we do? So on Unity ads loaded, okay. Failed to load. So if the ad failed to load, we want to try and load that again, okay? And same thing for the Unity ads show failure. So let's add the load add method right here, okay? And I think we are good now. Cool. One more thing we can add is a Boolean. So maybe let's call it add loaded maybe, okay? And whenever we load the ad, if it succeeded in loading the ad, we are gonna call the add loaded Boolean and set it to true. All right? When calling the show ad method, we don't want to show an ad if it hasn't been loaded correctly. So here we can say if ad loaded. So if the ad hasn't been loaded, we are simply gonna return. Otherwise, we can show the ad and set the add loaded to false. And let's call the load add method again, okay? So after showing the ad, we are gonna load a new ad. Perfect. I think we can now try that. So let's go to the, okay, so first we are going to drag the interstitial add script and drop it here, perfect. Then we can open the player detection. Okay, so if it hits the finish line, we are setting the level complete. Okay, so let's open the UI manager then. I think the method was there, the method to reload the scene. So where is my UI manager? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, update progress, show level complete, retry button pressed. Here it is. Just before reloading the scene, we are going to call the interstitial add.instance.showAd. Perfect. Now we should be good. So let's go back to Unity. Okay, so now let's test this on mobile. So we are going to build the game. So file, build settings. Let's check the player settings and disable the custom key store because it's just a test build. Let's make it maybe V2. Yep. One quick side note that we need to take into consideration is that you need to install the version 4.4.1 of the advertisement legacy. So I'm using advertisement legacy here instead of the mediation package because it's not yet available for Unity 2020.3.19. And as we've started our project with this version, then I need to use the advertisement legacy. Anyway, in another course, I might use the mediation package. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, once you've updated your package, we are good to go. Let's now give it a try. So hit play. All right. So I'm going to leave the player right here. So you can see now that we have Unity ads initialization complete. It has loaded the interstitial ad too. So we should see it. Okay, cool. Let's hit next. And perfect. We can now see our interstitial ad. Awesome. Let's close it. So now let's see how we can add a counter, like to show an interstitial ad, not at every death of the player or every win, but maybe after 3 or 4 deaths. Okay. So for that, we are going to open the interstitial ad script and let's add a small counter. So private int counter. Awesome. So whenever the show ad method is called, what we should do is increase our counter like so. Then we can check if the counter is greater or equals to our frequency. So let's say we want an ad every 3 deaths. If that's the case, we can reset the counter. So counter equals 0. Otherwise, we can return. By returning, we won't show the ad. So let's try that. Hit play. Okay, I'm gonna try and win 3 times, or maybe can I lose 3 times? Oh, let's lose 3 times instead. It's faster. Okay, so that's 1. That's 2. And now we should see an ad. Awesome. It's working, guys. Nice. In the next session, let's see how we can add rewarded ads. Okay, let's do that. All right, guys, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to implement the rewarded ad button script. So let's do that. First off, we are going to copy this script right here. Okay, let's go down. All right, so Control C, go back to Unity. And we are going to open our ads folder, right click, create a new script that we are going to call rewarded ad button, like so. Okay, let's open it. Perfect. Let's remove this and paste that what we've copied. And we are pretty much done here. Oh, it's rewarded ads and here it's rewarded ad. So yeah, let's change that just to avoid having some errors. So rewarded ad button, perfect. So let's see what we can do in this script. First off, to load the ad, same thing that we've used for the interstitial, we see that we need to initialize the ad or load the ad after the initialization. So we are going to open the ads initializer and add a reference to this rewarded ad button. So same thing, serialize field, private, rewarded ad button, rewarded ad button. Okay, cool. And after the initialization is complete, we can call rewarded ad button dot load ad. That way we make sure that we load the ad after the package has been initialized. Okay. Then what can we do? So here we can see that after the ad has been shown and it's complete, another ad is being loaded. So we need to apply the same logic here when the ad fails to load and when it fails to show. Load ad, like so. Perfect. If you go up a bit, in the on Unity ads show complete, you can see that here we can grant a reward to the player. So instead of granting the reward from here, we are going to add an event And then whenever we want to reward the player, we are going to subscribe to that event. Okay. So let's add the system library. So using system like so, we are going to create a new header for our events like so, public static action on rewarded add rewarded, let's say rewarded. Okay, cool. Let's copy this event and paste it right under the grant a reward comment like so. And we can invoke it if anyone has subscribed to it. Okay, cool. Let's now attach our rewarded add button to a specific button that we are going to create. So this button, in my opinion, should be in the shop. Okay, like just next to the purchase button, we should have a button to allow the player to watch an ad maybe and get more coins. All right, let's try and do that. So first we are going to start by showing the shop like so. Cool. And then we can move the purchase button a bit on the left, maybe right here. Yeah, cool. Maybe it should be anchored to the bottom left now. Nah, let's keep it anchored to the bottom. Let's duplicate it and move it on the right like so. So we can see that it's a bit too big. So for that, I'm going to select both the purchase and watch video button and change their width like so. All right, maybe we should change the height a bit too. So something like that should be all right. Yeah, perfect. After that, we need to rescale the text fields. So press F, T again, select 2D. All right, let's make them a bit bigger. So maybe like that. Okay, cool. Same thing for the price texts. We should make them a bit bigger. Okay, cool. Now it's okay. Now let's select the watch video button and rename it. So let's rename it watch video. Maybe we should make it a different color. So let's make it yellow-ish, orange. Yeah, something like that. We should also change the purchase label to watch video, like so. Should I change the font? No, it's not gonna be relevant, but yeah. It's a bad font choice, actually. I'm sorry for that. Here we also want to change the text to something like plus 200, let's say. So whenever the player watches the video, he will earn 200 coins. Okay, cool. So let's try and implement this now. We are going to select the watch video button, remove the purchase skin callback right here, and we are going to add a new component, which is the rewarded add button. Okay, so let's drag the button component and drop it here. Perfect. And we can also select our Unity Ads Manager, drag the watch video button and drop it here. So that's initialized too, just to allow it to load the ad. Okay, let's first check if this works. So we should see an ad video, but we shouldn't earn coins because we haven't subscribed to the event yet. So let's hit tack the button. Perfect. The ad is showing. All right, cool. So now let's try and subscribe to the event to earn some coins. So what we can do is open the shop manager maybe, or the data manager, one of them. I prefer opening the shop manager and you'll understand why. So, so in the start method, let's subscribe to that event. So we are going to call the rewarded add button dot on rewarded add rewarded plus equals reward player, like so. And of course, don't forget to unsubscribe from it in the onDestroy method, like so. Perfect. Then we can create this reward player method. So just under the update method, I'm going to create a new private void method, reward player. Okay. What we want to do here is call the data manager instance and add some coins. So we are going to add, let's say 200 coins, I think. If I remember well, it was 200 coins, right? Yep, 200 coins. Okay. You could also change this amount by script if you wish. Just need to add a reference to this and add a new integer right here. But yeah, you know how to do that now because we've done it for the skin price. All right, let's set the skin price, by the way, to let's say 250. Okay, so that the player has to watch 2 ads to get a skin. All right, after doing that, we need to update the purchase button, because if we had 50 coins previously and the skin is 200 coins, the purchase button would have been disabled. So now that we have more coins, we need to check if we have enough to purchase a skin or not. All right, let's jump back to Unity now. Let's hit play, open the shop, and we can see that we have 82 coins. So let's watch a video like so. Let's close it. And we now have 282 coins and the purchase button is now enabled. Awesome. So yeah, we've just learned how to add a watch video button. So adding rewarded ads. So in the next lesson, we are going to see how to implement banner ads. Okay, let's jump there. Welcome back, guys. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to implement banner ads in our game. Okay, so what we are going to do again is select all of this script, like copy it, like so, all right? And we are going to go back to Unity, open our scripts folder, ads folder, and create a new script called banner ad. Awesome. Let's drag it, drop it onto the Unity Ads Manager, like so. Okay, cool. And now we can open it. Let's remove everything we've got here and paste what we've copied. Awesome. Maybe we should rename it to banner ad by removing the example word, like so. And now we are going to change some stuff right here. So for instance, we want to remove these buttons. We don't need them. Okay, because it was for testing purposes. We can also remove these lines, these two, awesome. And everything that's showing an error, we are gonna remove it. All right, like so. Oh, no. Like so, perfect. We can also remove the onDestroy method actually. All right, so contrarily to the interstitial and the rewarded ad, the banner doesn't need to be loaded after the initialization of Unity ads. You can load it right away. So at start, what we are going to set is load banner. So at start, we can call the load banner method and it's going to load the banner. Okay. After the banner is loaded, you can simply show it. Show banner ad, like so. And we are pretty much done. So now let's jump back to Unity. Okay, let's hit play. And perfect, we can see a banner right here. So now we are going to test everything on mobile just to make sure that everything works properly. So I'm going to meet you there. So let's build the game and check. Okay guys, just before testing, I want to fix 2 things. The first one is in the banner ad. So on banner error, in this method, we should also load the banner, because if the banner hasn't loaded successfully, we won't be able to show it. So for sure, don't forget to add this. All right, next thing is that the rewarded ad button is not attached to the Unity Ads Manager. Thus, it won't stay active or it won't be initialized like when the scene is reloaded, you know? So to fix that, so at start, let's add the start method like so. We are going to check if the ads initializer has been initialized. And if so, we are going to load the ad. All right. So if find object of type add initializer, oh, it's ads initializer like so, dot is loaded. And we are going to add this isLoaded method in the ads initializer. Then we can load the ad. Otherwise, it's okay. So let's grab this and create a public Boolean isLoaded method in the ads initializer. And in here, we are going to return an isLoaded Boolean. Okay, so let's create this guy. We can add a settings header like so. private boolean is loaded. So now we have created the is loaded boolean, and whenever the initialization is complete, we want to set the is loaded boolean to true. That way, when we reload the scene, the rewarded ad button will see that the ads have been loaded and he will try and load an ad. Okay? And I think we are good. Show ad on each ads complete. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that should be it. Let's now try. Let's launch the game. We should see the banner popping up. Okay, all right. Here it is. Nice. So now that the banner is working, let's see if we can watch a video. So in the shop, we can click. Okay, the video seems to work. Awesome. Nice. Let's just remove its sound. And now I should have 200 more coins. So, yep. Okay, let's try. Wait for it to show. Okay, I can quit it. And I have 200 more coins, of course. So let's purchase a character. This one. Awesome. Let's go back to the game. Okay, let's play. I'm gonna try and lose 3 times to see if the interstitial is showing up or not. So I'm gonna speed up things here. Okay, first win. All right, and now after losing and pressing the retry button, we should see the interstitial ad show up. Nice, it's working, guys. And the difference, yeah, between the interstitial and rewarded, for those of you who don't know, is that you can quit or exit the interstitial ad faster than the reward ad. Okay, so like here, you see that I can quit it from the top left. Oh, I clicked it. Anyway. Yeah, so that's perfect. Unity ads are working. I'm gonna leave you here for this video, guys. So yeah, I hope you liked this update, and I might do more updates in the future, but yeah, just stay tuned. It might show up. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss any update.